Word stress. Nouns, verbs, numbers.
1. IV.
2. Decade.
3. Desert.
4. 1%.
5. 2 tours.
6. Corrector.
7. Homesick.
8. Written.
9. His story.
10. 50.
1. IV.
2. Decade.
3. Desert.
4. 1%.
5. 2 tours.
6. Corrector.
7. Homesick.
8. Written.
9. His story.
10. 50.
Stress patterns help listeners recognize words in connected speech. If word stress is wrong, the listener might not understand you, even if all of your sounds are correct. If you stress the wrong syllable in I like history, it may sound like I like his story. If you stress syllables equally in we have tutors, it may sound like we have 2 tours.
1. Ivy. IV.
2. Decade. Decade.
3. Desert. Dessert.
4. One person. 1%.
5. Tutors. 2 tours.
6. Character. Corrector.
7. Homesick. Homesick.
8. Written. Retain.
9. History. His story.
10. 50. 15.
1. Secret.
2. Compare.
3. Relaxes.
4. Succeed.
5. Office.
6. Haircut.
7. Provide.
8. Stephen.
9. Presented.
10. Jacob.
11. Daydream.
12. Concept.
1. Secret.
2. Compare.
3. Relaxes.
4. Succeed.
5. Office.
6. Haircut.
7. Provide.
8. Stephen.
9. Presented.
10. Jacob.
11. Daydream.
12. Concept.
'English word stress is variable. Sometimes it's hard to know which syllable to stress. Fortunately, there are general rules that can help. For example, about 90% of two-syllable nouns have first syllable stress. Problem, freedom, baggage. Most two-syllable names also have first syllable stress. David, Justin, Sarah, Lauren. However, remember that there are exceptions to every rule.
Word stress in compound nouns.
Password. Forgot my password. Deadline. Met the deadline. Post office. The nearest post office.
The primary stress usually falls on the first or second noun in compound nouns. The primary stress usually falls on the first noun in compound nouns. Open your fist as you say the syllables with the primary stress. Roommate, cell phone.
Carpool. Database. Feedback.
Football. Headset. Homework.
Girlfriend. Keypad. Laptop.
Network. Restroom. Watermelon.
air conditioner, coffee pot,
Credit card. Health care.
phone call, rush hour,
Seatbelt. Tech support.
What do you call a machine that washes dishes? A dishwasher. What do you call keys for a car? Car keys. What do you call a coach who helps you with your career? A career coach. What do you call an ache in your back? A backache. What do you call cards with your name and business? Business cards. What do you call a store that sells drugs? A drugstore. What do you call a school for the study of law? Law school. What do you call the early shift? First shift. What do you call food service in a hotel room? Room service. What do you call someone who assists the teacher? A teacher assistant. What do you call a letter you send with your resume? A cover letter. What do you call a sharpener for pencils? A pencil sharpener. What do you call a description of a job? A job description. What do you call a bus that takes children to school? A school bus.
Word stress in numbers like 50 and 15.
50, 15. 1250, 1215. 40, 14. Gate 40, gate 14. 30, 13. Bus number 30, bus number 13.
Stress the first or second syllable in most 10 numbers, 20, 30, 40. Stress the first or second syllable in teen numbers when they are the last word in the phrase. Stress the first syllable in most 10 numbers, 20, 30, 40. Stress the second syllable in teen numbers when they are the last word in the phrase. Confusing stress patterns. When the teen number is in the middle of the phrase, teen is lightly stressed, but the first syllable has the primary stress. Listening confusion is more likely to occur in these cases. It's $50. It's $15. When you listen to North American English, another way to distinguish between numbers like 30 and 13 is the pronunciation of t. In teen numbers, t is clearly pronounced. In most 10 numbers, like 30, however, t sounds like a quick d. 40, 70, 80, 90. We need to get off at exit 19. This is 18, so it's the next exit. We need to get off at exit 90. This is 89, so it's the next exit. I'd like to make a reservation for 16. Certainly. You can reserve our table for 16. I'd like to make a reservation for 60. Sorry, we can't handle groups that large. Our flight leaves in 15 minutes. We'd better hurry. Our flight leaves in 50 minutes. Good. We don't have to rush. We have 19 problems for homework. That won't take too long. We have 90 problems for homework. That will take all night.
1. In 2013, about 17% of the U.S. population was Latino or Hispanic.
2. Until around 1918, Most immigrants to the U.S. were Italian.
3. Close to 30% of Americans can hold a conversation in a second language.
4. About 50% of all Europeans speak at least one additional language.
5. Around 50% of Americans describe themselves as shy.
6. Most North Americans consider Friday the 13th to be an unlucky date.
7. In Italy, 17 is considered to be an unlucky number.
8. In 2012, driver distraction caused 18% of all fatal car crashes in the U.S.
9. About 50% of traffic deaths around the world are pedestrians or cyclists.
10. In 2012, about 18% of all Americans smoked cigarettes.
Word stress in two-syllable verbs.
Decide. Decide on the next step. Convince. Convince him to go. Refer. Refer to your notes.
In two-syllable verbs with a prefix, stress the prefix or root form. In two-syllable verbs with a prefix, stress the root form.
Word stress in two-syllable noun-verb pairs.
Nouns. Conduct. Good conduct. Present. Past, present, and future. Record. Broke a record. Verbs. Conduct. Conducts the orchestra. Present. Presented the award. Record. Record your message.
Stress the first or second syllable in nouns and the first or second syllable in verbs, usually. Stress the first syllable in nouns and the second syllable in verbs, usually.
Word stress in two-word verbs.
Print out. Try to print it out. Check out. Ready to check out. Drop out. Don't drop out.
Two-word verbs are often stressed on the first or second word. Two-word verbs are often stressed on the second word. Noun partners of these verbs have primary stress on the first word. Print out, check out, drop out. Object. They've been studying objects in the night sky. Object. We didn't object to the decision. Produce. Garlic is in the produce section. Produce. What country produces the most coffee? Workout. He was tired after his workout. Workout. She works out every morning. Handout. Look at the examples on your handout. Handout. The prizes have been handed out. Breakup. What caused the breakup of the company? Break up. The police officer broke up the fight. Present. I forgot to take the present to the wedding. Present. She used a chart to present the data. Layoff. When will the layoffs be announced? Layoff. My company laid off 10 more employees. Project. The final project is due on Wednesday. Project. Can you project future earnings? Cleanup. The cleanup began after the oil spill. Clean up. This office needs to be cleaned up. Suspect. What was the suspect wearing? Suspect. His doctor suspects he has Alzheimer's.
Stress in abbreviations.
CD, MA, EU, CNN.
Say each letter of an abbreviation clearly and separately. The first or last letter has the strongest stress. The last letter has the strongest stress.